What time is it? Oh, hey, Kay. Hey, Decipher in Infamous. I forgot to bring my microphone. I'm not about to get up now, child. So I'm gonna wait and see if a few more people come. I have a video. Well, it's kind of like an audio that I want you guys to listen to, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Um, because there's some crazy stuff going on. Hey, Cherie Saunders. Hey, Kay Brick City Chick. And she is a member. KK is a member. Hey, Lady After. I'm not gonna wait for too many more people. But I want you guys to listen. Um, I want you guys to listen to this. And um, hi, Adramidi 333. I want you guys to listen to this. And we're going to talk about it.
Alert as follows, comrades. This is an early alert of supposed activity this weekend on the 4th of July that would cause harm to our people on a very large scale. The Huey P. Newton Gun Club has received intel from two credible sources that multiple white nationalist groups / militias are planning a nationwide attack on all of our people over the 4th of July weekend. The sources could not confirm the motives of the nationalists, but they might be tied to the events that have recently happened with the taking down of Confederate symbols across the United States and the retaliation against police brutality across the United States as well. We as a preparedness group should take this threat very seriously for two reasons. One, for the events that have sparked the epicenter in Minnesota with the murder of George Floyd, and the sudden spike of Klan recruitment in the southern states the past 3 months. Please do not take this threat lightly. Okay? Over the past couple of months, there has definitely been a spike in recruitment in this area. It is my job to pay attention to these things, and I have. There's also been an uptick in rhetoric online, threats from these different militia groups. And again, this is not a training exercise. This is real. The threat is real this weekend. Take precautions. When you're out and about with your families, you should avoid large crowds of people, which shouldn't be hard because we're still on coronavirus protocol. So staying away from large crowds should be easy. Most of the fireworks events.
So this weekend, there has been a threat made that in the southern states, there will be people who are going to try to hurt Black people. And it's been said that some of the police officers are going to call in so that if you call the police, there basically won't be as many police officers working. Therefore, it will be hard for you to get help. Now, this man, I think he said he is with one of the Black Panther groups because there are still Black Panther groups in the world, believe it or not. And he said they get intel, they hear things, like on the dark web or, wherever these people are talking. Okay. So it is up to you to protect your family, not only physically, but spiritually. So It is time for people, if you, whatever state that you live in, especially in the southern states, I think you should be very vigilant and very careful this weekend, because you don't know what these crazy people have in their mind. He also said, I didn't play the whole thing, but he also said there has been a uptake in Ku Klux Klan um, membership, more people wanting to join the Ku Klux Klan and do whatever. White people are extremely upset right now because of the whole Black Lives Matter, because a lot of their known institutions of racism are being torn down and they are very unhappy. So I'm saying, as a spiritualist, and the majority of people that follow me, you are working in this area, you want to work in this area, so this is your chance to start working. And I'm going to tell you what to do. You need to get a piece of paper. Get you a piece of paper. If you can get a outline of your state. Like, you know how the shape of your state, if you can print that out, is fine. If you can't do that, you can always put a circle. I live in California, so I'm gonna put California. See, I'm gonna put California in the circle. Okay. You are going to put your candle here on the perimeter of this circle. If you have red brick dust, you can use red brick dust. You can use um, sea salt, anything for protection. You can put your herbs or anything in the circle also. But you are going to light that candle when this holiday season start. I would say to start working Friday night. Let that be the first night that you work. And you are going to put a protection around your entire state. You are praying that no harm comes to anybody. Okay? We don't even want white people to be hurt. We don't want anyone to be hurt. We are praying that all negativity stays outside of the bounds of your state. Okay? It is time for people to stop playing. These people are mad. Okay? So you're going to pray for protection. If you have a place outside that you can put this, it's best to work outside, backyard, front yard, wherever. It's best that this actually touches the ground. You want your working to touch the ground. You want it to reach Mother Earth. You want to tell her, hey, this is what's going on. I am scared. I need you to start at home. If you want to, you can put your address on there. You want it to start there and just continuously go out. Okay? You want to cover your entire state in a blanket of protection. We all live in different states. This is a time that we can all do something together to start to protect ourselves on a spiritual level. Let the people that are willing to fight on the front lines do some real fighting with guns and stuff, and we will be here protecting our people on a spiritual level. This is what our ancestors did. Our ancestors were the ones that ran to the woods. Okay? They took it upon themselves, knowing that if they got caught doing that, they would get in trouble, but they did it anyway. They went to the woods and called on these Orishas to protect them, to keep these white people away or at bay while others were trying to run to freedom. You have to start protecting your family on a spiritual level. If you ain't never been praying, it's time to start praying now. Now, if you scared to call on the ancestors, you scared to do this kind of work, then call on Jesus, call on the person that you used to calling on. But it's time to start calling on somebody. Okay? So I don't give a damn about Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson or none of them other white folks. I care about protecting my people right now. And I will be covering California first because I live here. And then I'm going to ask that protection just continuously hits state to state. I have family in Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas. So hell yeah, I'm going to be praying for my people. Okay? And you all should be doing the same thing. It's time out to be all that playing and no, it's time to start doing some work. So I need you to start lighting your candles Friday. I need you to put your state in a circle of protection this weekend and cover them until the 4th of July is over. These people are crazy. They're mad. The stuff that they're used to is being torn down and being taken away from them, and they feel like their rights are being stripped from them. But you don't have the right to continuously be racist. And they're going to take that out on us. And it's time for you to start working. We've been on this channel talking for months, years. Some of y'all been with me at least 2 years. So it's time for you to put some of that stuff that you didn't learn from me. It's time for you to put it in motion. Show these people we not playing. We will call on our ancestors and Orisha and everybody else. We'll call on your God. We'll use your God against you if we have to. Because we're not going to stand around here and allow you to kill our people. We're just not going to do that. That's what we're not going to do. We're not going to do that. We have too much power to do that. And they scared of power anyway. So it's time to start showing these people who we are and what we are capable of doing. We ain't out here playing with these damn people. So we take stuff like this serious. This is serious. This is, when you start talking about hurting people, when you start talking about hurting black people, no, you're not. No, you ain't. I'm not about to be having my people in the South hurt. We done already been through that. We're not going through that again. We will do a Haiti on y'all. We will rise up just like the Haitians did and start calling these Loas and these Orishas on you, mess around, and we'll be out here dancing in the streets. I bet you that'll get some attention. So it's time to start working. Okay? All of this dumb stuff, put that on the back burner. It's time for us to fix our minds to go into protection mode. You follow me. Obviously, you believe in this religion. You believe in spirituality. So it's time to start using it. This is your time. God is calling you for such a time as this right here. And I don't want to be the wait. Who called me a girl? Who said that? Who said that? Cause you know what? I got a hair. I got a hair today. My hair trigger is short today. My fuse is short. See, we're not gonna do that. That's what we're not gonna do. Hold on a minute. Let me see who it was. Cause I turned my thing off. Oh, I don't see nothing. Oh, hey, Hayden. Hayden said it's 4 o'clock in the morning in Scotland. Ooh, Lord, ain't no way in the world I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch some videos. G.A. Missy James, if you don't have a gun or 5, please get one. Don't be defenseless during these times. I'm pretty sure people that are protected in that way. I can't advocate that on this channel. I can't say that because you know why. These videos will get demonetized, but if you got that and you legally you already know what to do. If that's what you have, you already know what to do. I don't even have to tell you to do that. That's a given. Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Um, when you come into this chat, we do expect a certain level of respect when my moderators do have a certain level of respect that is asked from everyone when it comes to me. Do not refer to me as girl or any of your little slang terms, because I'm not your girl. I'm not your friend. I am a child of Oshun. I am an initiated child of Oshun. And you will refer to me as Omo Oshun, Miss Oshun, Mama Oshun, any of those, but not girl. Girl is a term of disrespect, okay, for a woman. I am an elder, and you will respect me as such. I require that level of respect. And if you cannot do it, you won't be on this channel. I have earned that level of respect. I have been initiated into Santeria and Ifa, and you will respect me as such, or you won't be here. So we don't do girl, child, all those little terms. I don't do those here. I am elevated above that. And you will treat me as such. And my moderators. I have a certain standard of respect that I expect from everyone that comes into this chat. And if you cannot do that, you won't be here. Okay? So I had to put that out there. And my moderators don't play. And I have told them that if you can't at least do that, then just block them. I'm not here to be playing with people. I'm not. You gonna respect me. I know how people get down on, other lives, but I don't get down like that. I don't even play, I'm not going to allow people that I don't know to play with me like that. You just like my grandkids or my kids. I don't even play with them like that. They respect me as mama, granny, whatever. Like my mama used to say, you gonna put a handle on my name. Okay. So mine is Homo Oshun, Mama Oshun, Miss Oshun, Mrs. Oshun. For those of you that don't know, I am married. So it would be Mrs. Oshun, Mama Oshun. Either of those terms will work, but not girl, child. That don't work for me. Okay? So, this is very serious. This any threat against black people right now in the climate that we live in right now, the Black Lives Matter movement, everything that's going on, we, being killed by police, any threat that comes up and comes across the web, we are taking those things seriously. And if you consider yourself a spiritualist, a prayer warrior, a light worker, whatever you want to consider yourself, you should be doing some work. So this is your time to work. So if you can find a picture of your state, you can get one off of the internet, I'm pretty sure. Let's see how easy it is to. Let me see. Okay, here you go. This is the state of California. So I would take that image, I will print this image, and let's see, can I enlarge it? And I would circle where I am. You know how when you go to the mall or whatever and they have the big things and they put a circle, you are here. So I will put a circle around the city where I am. And your prayer starts there and you just keep going. You keep going. So you print, and this was from Google. You Google image of your state. So I typed in image of California. This came up. So I'm going to print that image, and then around California, I'm going to set my intention and my protection. You should do that for your state starting Friday. Okay? Because Friday is when people are going to start going shopping for, the weekend for your food and all of that kind of stuff. You're going to be barbecuing, you're going to be doing what you're doing. Most states are closed as far as beaches and bars and restaurants and major theme parks and stuff like that. That kind of stuff is closed. But be careful when you go out. There are crazy Karens, and crazy Karens have husbands and children. These crazy white women that are out here getting caught doing all this dumb stuff, they have husbands, they have kids that are just as crazy as they are. So you have to be careful when you go out. When you hear these type of threats against black people, take it seriously, especially people that live in these southern states. Like, I know these people in Mississippi, man, because they don't want that Confederate flag to come down. See, we don't have those type of problems here in California. I don't know of one place that has a Confederate flag or, statues and stuff like that that are coming down here in California. Well, California, is more of a progressive state. We don't have all of that. A lot of people left the South. My people, a lot of my people left the South and migrated to California. They left the South to get away from that bullshit, to get away from white people and racism. And, they left that area to come here because there were jobs here in California. California was booming at one time. Like, my dad and mom came here for the Southern Pacific Railroad. My father got a job on the Southern Pacific Railroad. So they came here. My father was not a longshoreman, but something on the railroad. And my mother went to nursing school. She got her CNA license. So my mother was doing that, and my dad was working there. They were making, at the time, they were making decent money to the point where, my mom and dad both drove new cars and everything. So California was a way for a lot of Black people to get away from the South. They wanted to do something different, so they left that racism and stuff behind. Moving out here to California was so much more better for them. So, I didn't, of course, you're gonna, every now and then somebody will, say something racist um, to you, but I mostly grew up around Black people. I went to a predominantly Black um, junior high school and high school. So when I was young, my dealing with white people was very limited because I didn't go to school with them. Now, my husband, his story is totally different. He went to a mixed school. He had a lot of white friends growing up. He lived in a neighborhood that was white and Black. So he had a lot of dealings with white people when he was young. I didn't. Um, and we grew up basically, well, he grew up in Hayward and I grew up in Oakland. So there's a huge difference. But for all of my family that is in the southern states, and when I say family, I'm talking about you guys, you on here. I want you to be careful. Take these threats seriously. Don't just, slough this off and get caught up in what Jeffree Star. Forget Jeffree. I almost said a bad word. Forget them white folks, because they gonna take care of themselves. So it's time for us now to start taking care of our own. Because I do want, let me say this. One thing I have noticed in this entire Jeffree Star, Tati, um, Shane Dawson debacle, did you notice that all of the key players in this situation are white? They left out all of the, it's only a few. Well, Jackie Aina is really the only Black beauty guru that has over 1 million subscribers. I think she's the only one. But you notice that there are no Black people in this drama. All of this is made up by white people, just white people. They're making the money. All of this drama is by them. They are helping each other make money. One of the drama channels said that she made $37,000 in 1 month. last year when all of this stuff first started because Jeffree Star was feeding her inside information. They're going to take care of each other. So it's time for us to start taking care of each other. Okay? It's time for us to start praying for each other, protecting each other on a spiritual level. Because these people ain't playing with us. You see that they're not playing with us. From the police to everybody else. So if they're not going to protect us, then we're going to go back to the old ways and we're going to protect ourselves. Okay? I saw on Netflix, I guess there's a new show coming out. And this is so interesting to me that when these shows, when they show people in movies who are witches, they're always white. You know, they don't want you as Black people to feel like you have any power. That's why they never show you having any spiritual power. Every time they show witches, they show white people. They did a very excellent job in Black Panther showing that Black people, we have ancestors, we have Orishas, we have a lineage of spirituality. There's no disconnect there. We are still connected. We are as connected to source as they are, or more. Because Christianity is a new religion. One of the youngest religions is Christianity. The Orishas were there before Christ. Let that sink in. Before there was a Jesus, there was Oshun. There was Obatala. There was Elegua. There was Ogun. There was Shango. There was Eshu. Let that sink in. Don't let these people make you believe that there is a disconnect between you and the source. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to touch Mama Earth and tell her, I'm worried. I want my family to be protected. And I know that you still love me. And you're not going to allow any hurt, harm, or danger to come to my family. Or yeah, make them rise up in the cemetery. If they come against my family, you come against them. Send them out in droves. You better call them. Okay? Friday, I need everybody to light your candles. Protect your state. Protect your family. Start in your city and work your way out. This is real. This is not a test of the emergency broadcasting system. Now I'm telling you what to do. This is real. It's time. It's time for you to disconnect from that phone and go outside. Print. If you don't have a printer and you can't print it, draw a circle. Draw a circle. If you don't have any herbs, light your candle, set your intentions, but do it outside. Make a connection to the earth. Our ancestors didn't do a whole lot of working inside, they worked with the earth. They went to the woods. They had to hide. We don't. We don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to run to the woods. You can. See, it's an option for you. For them, they had to do it. For you, it's an option. Wear your white. Wear your white this weekend. Spiritualists, wear your white. Let the Orisha know it's me. Let them see you. Cover your heads. Put your scarves on this weekend. Cover your heads. If you want to, wear the colors of your Orisha. Now, all y'all out here claiming Orishas, oh, Yemiya came to me in a dream. Okay, well, it's time for you to talk to her. Because y'all be telling me with a quickness all the dreams you done had, how many times Yemiya done came to you. Okay. If she came to you, it's time to talk to her. Prove it. Yemiya came to you, you a child of Oshun, prove it. This your weekend to prove it. Speak it in the atmosphere. Put a protection around you and your family this weekend. When I hear things like that, I take it very serious. Even if it ain't serious, we gonna do it anyway. You should be protecting your family anyway. You should constantly keep your family in prayer anyway. You should be praying for your, if you ain't praying for nobody but your family, you definitely should be doing that. Right now, I don't even live in the same city as one of my sons. When we moved out here, he still lives in the city that we left. He's still in Oakland. So, of course, I'm going to, put a protection around my family here in Oakland, California, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas. That's where the bulk of my family is. You should do the same thing. Yeah, we'll check you out. We'll check you out. So, this is very, very serious. We want to take this serious, and we want to take this as a threat. This is what our ancestors did. When things were going on, they snuck away to the woods to call on the Orishas, to call on the Loa, to call on the warriors to come down and help them. How do you think they survived all of what they did? All of what they went through? They never stopped praying. They never stopped covering each other in protection. So it's up to us to do that, to continue that tradition. Because why would you even want these gifts? You've been given a gift. You're a light worker. You're a medicine woman. You're a warrior. So you've been given these gifts to do what? Just brag about them? Oh, I'm gonna wear the pretty beads. Okay, but what are you gonna do with those pretty beads? What are you gonna do now that you know that you are a child of Oshun? Just be pretty. No, you got to do more than that. Oh, and I saw that Beyonce is coming out with uh is it today? Did the thing today or is it next month? The end of the month, July. Beyonce, I saw the trailer for I forgot what it's called. And it looked like it's gonna have a little hoodoo, voodoo, goo goo all up in there. I'm like, she really trying to show some stuff now. It's time. So Gizmo done got that gabapentin in him, y'all, and he didn't got up and he didn't got up, y'all. He coming up the steps and he moving around. He trying to get out, but he can't get out. He on a month bed rest. He got to rest for a month. So he is looking at me like, I heard you call my name. Can you let me out of here? No, I'm not, sir. Uh, stay there. Black Parade. What's the name? Yeah, I saw the trailer. Is that what's the name of the movie? What's the name of the Oh yeah, he was in some major pain. He couldn't even walk up to see. He couldn't. We only have one step to come back into the house, and he couldn't do it. We was having to pick him up to bring him back in the house. But God, y'all know I was praying for my baby. But he took that gabapentin. That gabapentin got him right real quick. He only took 2 doses, and he's up. But he still has to chill out for a whole month. The doctor said it's called Black is King. Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah, it looks interesting. Hey, pressure cooker. Yeah, the trailer looks interesting. Uh, Reese Piece 88 Kanye put out a song yesterday, basically calling upon the ancestors and the Holy Spirit. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Cause I got kind of weirded out when Kanye, I don't know, that whole Jesus thing and being with these white ministers. What was that? What's that minister that he was with? I can't think of his name. Lakewood Church. I can't think of that. I can't think of that minister's name. But I don't know. It just looked weird to me when he was up there with them white ministers. That stuff was kind of weird. It's called "Wash Us in the Blood." Oh, okay, I'm gonna check it out. Joel Osteen. That's yeah. I don't know. That just didn't sit right in my spirit. So I kind of tuned Kanye out when he was doing that. I can't deal with Joel Osteen. I can't. I don't see. I've I've listened to him preach a few times. That ain't my style. That's not my thing. And I don't know. Kanye just looked weird up there with Joel Osteen. That just looks strange to me. So I tuned him out. Oh, Reese Peace says, I'm from Chicago and I hold a special place in my heart for his special self. Yeah, I mean, I do understand that. When you have somebody from your area, you do look at them different. Like Too Short, in E40 and all of those Bay Area rappers, that's how I hold them. You look at them different when they're from your area. I don't want anything. I've never wanted anything to happen to Kanye. I've always um, thought that a lot of the things that happened to Kanye happened to him because of the death of his mother. I really do believe that he has a lot of guilt around the death of his mother. Like, he was really close to his mother. And, I think he just wilded out for a minute after she passed away. And I felt the same way. I feel like, had I not did that year's worth of grief therapy after my mother died, I would have been just as crazy as Kanye. You know, and I really don't think that Kanye is, bipolar per se. I think that Kanye is just hurt, and it's grief and pain and stuff that bothers him and causes him to act out in a certain way. And so I've always prayed for Kanye, but I still don't, still didn't like him with Joel Osteen and shit. That just looked weird to me. Everyone else doesn't feel the same here, but I remember in high school I had perfect attendance and he performed for us that did. This is before I even knew who he really was. Everyone else did though. Oh, okay. Kanye is just a Gemini. No, it's more than just being a Gemini. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than him just being a Gemini. Kanye has some hurt and pain and grief. And those things will cause you to act out in a certain way. He's hurt. He lost his mother. He lost someone extremely close to him, because I don't think his relationship was really that good with his dad. With some boys, when they lose their mother, or men that were really close to their mother and lose their mother, you lose your anchor. Women too. My mother was my anchor to this world. And when I lost her, I went into a tailspin. It's like a helicopter when they're going down. They don't just hit the ground and crash. They're spinning out of control normally before they hit the ground. And that was what was going on with me, because I lost my mother. It had nothing to do with me being a Leo, and Leos are, no, it has nothing to do with that. This is real. His mother's death hit him hard, and he didn't know how to get over that. And then men have a different, their thought process is different. And especially with him being a celebrity, he felt like he had to just, keep going. You can't just keep going and ignore something that big. You have to take care of it, or it will hurt you. And that's what happened to him. He tried to ignore it. He tried to just keep going. He tried to, put up this front like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm hard. I'm tough. I can deal with this. I'm a man. No, but you're a man. You have feelings also. You have pain. You have grief. And we put that on men. We expect them to be strong. We expect them to hold it together. But sometimes men they go crazy too. They hurt. They have pain. They feel loss. No, Kanye's mother was not a blood sacrifice. Kanye's mother made a bad medical decision. That's what happened to her. She made a bad medical decision, and she lost her life. And I don't like those um, We don't do conspiracies over here, but I don't get into that. I don't like that. I don't like to do that. So let's not even go in that direction. Okay. I'm not into Illuminati and conspiracies and sacrifices when it comes to people. I don't like to talk about that, and I don't like the chat to um, get off into that type of conversation. Yeah, he's an only child. And me and Kanye, we have that in common. He's the only child, lost his mother. I'm the only child, lost my mother. That's part of his problem. That was part of his problem. He was extremely connected to his mother. I was too. When my mama died, I really thought I was going to lose my mind. Seriously. Like, I really thought my mind was going to snap. It took everything I had to stay here. The good thing was I had kids. I had kids, and I had one grandchild. That kept me here. My kids kept me grounded. To Had I not had them, who knows? And was Kanye married when he lost his mother? Had him and Kim, um, had they got married? I can't remember because his mom's been gone for a while. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you don't know that type of pain until you lose a parent that you are close to. It's the worst thing in the world. As a only child, to lose your mother. I lost my father when I was young. I didn't know him. And growing up with just my mother, we were extremely close. Like, me and my mom talked to each other on the phone 4 and 5 times a day. Like, my mama would call me knowing that I didn't like game shows. She would call me to tell me who was winning. Like, she loved Jeopardy. And she would call me to tell me who was winning Jeopardy. And she knew I hated the show. But she would call me anyway to tell me who was winning and what was going on Jeopardy. She called me almost every night just to say goodnight. And when you lose that, when you don't have that anymore, there's a hole there. My mother called me every year on my birthday to sing happy birthday off key. Like, she could not sing. Every year. Early in the morning to sing happy birthday. Because she said she always wanted to be the first person to tell me happy birthday. And when you don't have that first birthday, that you don't have that anymore, you feel it. You feel that. So I know Kanye was hurt because, he had to put up a face that he was okay when he wasn't. Yeah, my dad was handsome. I look just like him. So, and she was a really sweet person. Um, my mother was the complete opposite of who I am. She was Jesus to her core. I got Jesus, and that's enough. You know, sweet church lady that would give you the shirt off of her back if she knew you needed it. Now, I go in my closet and get you a shirt. I ain't gonna take my shirt off and give it to you. And I will cuss you out. My mama wouldn't. We're total opposites. But I believe everything good that I am came from her. All of those good traits, the nurturing, the caring, the loving, those things came from her. And when you don't have that anymore, it makes a huge difference. So I've never looked at Kanye like he was a bad person. I looked at him like he was a hurt person. He was a grieving young man who missed his mother. Because there's a special place in your mama. Mama is different from everybody else. So if you still have your mama, you blessed. Okay? Because my mama is an ancestor. I still feel her. You know, we're still connected. It doesn't, that's the good thing. That connection that we had is not broken. You know, she will still come to me in dreams, and she's young and happy, you know, and vibrant. I rarely see my mother in dreams because when she passed, she was 94. And I rarely see her old in dreams. In my dreams, she's young. But, you know, I still recognize her. But she's young and she's vibrant and she's, you know, moving around. And the arthritis is not there, which, you know, always makes me happy. So if you have a connection to your ancestors, they will come to you and let you know that they're okay, that they're happy. You have to have a connection to them. They're not just going to show up to you if you don't have a connection. Reese said, I was angry for years for my mom not being nurturing and engaging enough. I'm getting through it now though. Let me tell you something about that. Some people just don't, that's not part of who they are. Some people are just not, you know, like touchy feely people, and they can love you to your core, and they're not going to constantly be telling you, they're not going to hug you all the time because everybody's not like that. I am. My son is not. My youngest son, as much nurturing and holding of him that I did, I carried that boy until he was like 4 or 5 years old. I, every time you saw me, that boy was on my hip. And he is not the lovey-dovey, touchy, feely type person. He rarely says, I love you, mom, or, calls, all the time. He's not that type of person. He's just not. But I am. I tell you I love you all the time. I'm gonna kiss you, I'm gonna hug you. That's just who I am. I like to do that. I like to receive love. So I'm constantly giving it. I always believe that if you give it, you'll get it back. Lady Hacker say I grew up without my mother. She was too ill to take care of me. Well, that was how I was with my biological mother. She was an alcoholic. I grew up without her. So I was adopted, and my adopted mother did a fantastic job. So you can't fault her for being sick. When I was young, I was mad at my mother because she chose alcohol over her children. But when I got older, I realized that alcoholism is a sickness, and I couldn't fault her for being sick. You have to learn how to forgive people because they can't give you what they don't have. Okay? I can't pour a glass of water if my glass is empty. I don't have it. And parents are not perfect. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I was not a perfect mother. But I gave my kids what I had. Okay? They're never going to be able to tell you that my mama didn't try. Now, she wasn't perfect, but she tried. And I think that's what's important. Anytime my kids, don't you fix your face to say nothing about what happened in your childhood because I gave you everything I had. And my kids don't normally complain about, we were poor. I mean, not poor, but we weren't rich. We lived in the hood. We, at one time, lived in a one-bedroom apartment. The kids slept in the bedroom. I slept on a futon in the living room. My kids have never been hungry. They've never been homeless. I've never, they've never slept in a car or anything like that. But yeah, we lived in the hood. They went to, ghetto schools, and but I did what I could. They stayed clean. They always had something to eat. So, when it comes to our parents, we have to realize that parents gave us what they had. They 9 times out of 10 did the best that they could. If your parents were on drugs, they were on crack, your dad was in jail, he still gave you what he could. That was all he had. You got to realize a lot of our parents, didn't go to college, didn't have the opportunities that a lot of other people had. They gave you what they could. And we have to forgive them and keep going. We can't just say, oh, well, my childhood was this, my childhood was jacked up, my mama didn't do this, and my daddy didn't do that. Okay, but you have an opportunity to do something different with your life, change your life, move forward. You can't keep looking in the past for what you didn't get. You grown, keep it pushing. That's why I tell my kids, you grown now. So what happens to you from 24 on up is on you. I'm not responsible no more. I got you to this point. How do we connect with our ancestors if we don't have specific ones in mind? I don't want to venerate bad ancestors. You have to, you don't know anybody in your family that passed away that you loved? Big mama? Your big mama still alive? Are both your parents still alive? Your auntie? You don't have nobody in your family that has passed away that you have a connection to.
So when you get a minute, I want to see you.
Is it important?
It is important.
Real important?
Really important.
Uh
When you get through, I mean.
okay, give me about 15 minutes, okay? Okay. Um Auntie, grandma, great grandmother, mama, daddy, any of those people, immediate family. Do you have those? Yes. Yes, what? No. Most are alive, and my grandparents are as well. Wow, you blessed. You blessed. But there has to be somebody. Somebody in your family gone. There has to be somebody. Who is the closest great great grandmother on my mother's side was not a good person. Okay, why? Did she kill somebody? How do you know she wasn't a good person? Like was she in jail? Did she kill somebody or something? What did she do? Why do you consider her not a good person? Cuz all of this matters. Then pick the side of the family where the people are good and get those people. I know my grandfather's side, one of them was a Maroon warrior. What is that? She treated my grandmother poorly and abandoned her. Okay, let me say this. That's not for you to punish her. You know what I mean? If that person is an ancestor and they made a mistake on this side, it's not for you to punish her or hold her accountable of what she did. These are still your family members. Okay? And when our relatives cross over, the things that they did, they're going to deal with their maker. You are not the judge, jury, and executioner for your ancestors that have already transitioned. They've already dealt with that. So these are your ancestors. You call on their last names and you ask them for protection. Okay? Don't hold people who are no longer here accountable for the sins that they committed while they were here. It's not for you to do that. Damien, you starting to get on my nerves. You have asked people to follow you. I told you that we would. I don't allow people to do that type of don't come on. Let's not do that. Okay? Do that someplace else. I am about to time you out because you're getting on my nerves. I tried to be nice. I said that I would check out your channel. But please don't do that here. Yeah. But just call on them. Just because she had a problem with that one person doesn't mean that she has a problem with you. So, my situation is different from yours. I have my mother, my biological mother, my adopted mother, my father, very extremely close people to me. Like both of my birth parents are deceased. Very close. That's my complete DNA right there. So yeah, my situation is different. But you just call on your family. They're your family. They will come. You don't have to know them. They will show up. Don't worry about knowing them by name. You don't have to. Call on the name of your father. That's your blood. My father's last name is Evans. You call on the Evans. Known and unknown. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate that. Call on the Evans or whoever your people is. Mine is Evans. Mine is Williams. Mine is Worsham. I call them all. Both sides of the family. I want protection from every which way. So I'm going to call on all of them. I don't know all of the people on my mom's side of the family. I don't care. I'm going to call them too. I wasn't really close to them. I don't care. When we talk about protection, you going to call on as many people as you know. And we in a position right now, well, all of them, we need all our ancestors. Yeah, they don't have to love you, like you, know you, ain't never seen you. But if you in trouble, they going to come running. Ring that doorbell. And let them come. So I'm going to go because my mom, my mother-in-law said that she needs to talk to me. So I'm going to go see what's going on with her. And I'm going to probably come. Oh, I do want to talk about that. What's his name? August Alsina and Jada. Is her name Jada? Yeah. Will Smith's wife. I think she's a child of Oshun. I really do. Because she just throws off that Oshun energy. I gotta do a little research on her tonight. So I'm gonna be looking up a few things on her and we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Oh. So the janky thing about the cable that we have is it's going to take this a minute to upload. So it'll probably upload in the middle of the night. So you probably won't be able to go right back and watch the replay. But watch this video again if you missed the first part. I need you guys to watch, everybody that came in late. I need you to watch the first part of this. It's probably going to take it a while to process because these, for whatever reason, these StreamYards take a minute to process. I want you guys to go back and watch the first part of this video because I told you how to do what I want you to do in the first part. Okay, so I'm going to try to get it to upload. I'm going to send it to upload now and watch it in the morning. Because it's probably going to take a while for it to upload. Okay. And I will remind you guys again about what I want you to do tomorrow. We're going to keep talking about it until Friday. Okay. So I'll talk about it again tomorrow. But tomorrow, I think we're going to talk about the Jada and the August Alsina stuff. I'm still doing some research about him and her. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Okay, guys. I appreciate you being here, and thank you for the Cash App the PayPal. Uh, you know what it is, child. Thank you for the money, girl. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. I love you. Bye.